This question is all about the horizontal range, the level horizontal range formula for a projectile. So how much farther can a person jump? And they're keeping the speed the same, they're keeping the angle the same, so they're keeping everything in the numerator the same. The only thing we're changing is that we're doing this experiment on the moon instead of the Earth, and they're saying that the gravitational acceleration is 1/6 as much on the moon versus on the Earth. So how is that going to affect the range? The answer is it's going to make the range 6 times as much. Okay, so answer 6 times further. And that's all just about proportionalities. Understanding that the R and the G in this equation, we're looking at the relationship between the range and the gravitational field strength. There's no exponents on either of those. There's no square roots on either of those. There's nothing funny going on with the R and G variables. So it's literally a direct relationship, but except inverse, because G is in the denominator. And that's just how inverse proportionalities work. If something is 1/6 as much, that'll make the other thing 6 times more. If you want, you can, if you're still unsure, you can always work with some fractions here. So for example, let's say the range on Earth you calculated it all out, whatever it was, or they measured it, and it turned out to be some number that we're going to call x. So on Earth, the person can jump a range of x. So that is to say that all this v squared sine 2 theta over g, that's all going to equal to x. And now the range on the moon is going to be calculated by the formula by this formula. Okay, so the range on the moon, we're going to change the gravitational field strength to 1/6 as of what it is on Earth. Okay, well, that's just going to equal to, if I separate it out a bit, or maybe I'll just use a different color. If I take this stuff in red here, well, that's the range on Earth. That's equal to x. And so the range on the moon is simply going to equal to x over 1/6. Well, what's x over 1/6? You divide fractions, that's the same as x times 6 over 1, which is 6x. So if the range on Earth is x, then the range on the moon is going to be 6x. But hopefully we get to the point where you don't really need to do any of that kind of algebra. You just have some more intuition with just how proportionalities work.